Alright everybody, this is a tutorial for Shelby. I'm in E flat right now for you, Kevin. I don't want to do my homework, that's why I'm sitting here. So here's how it goes as I understand it. Again, I'm in E flat, so it's going to sound a little higher if you do it to the recording. But it goes. That's like a very shitty version of it, but that's kind of at least like the first bit of it, and most of it's like that. The second chorus, it just goes straight in that C major 7, but we'll get into that later. So the chord structure here is, it's basically, for the verse, it's just a G, and this is a G major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. In my own way, I'm waiting down, I'm waiting. Okay, and that's also the majority of the chorus. It's kind of specifically, you'll see this D a lot. But over that, right, he's got the, so over the G, it's like, and that was over the, that was actually the whole, that was a D2. But the G part specifically is you do this twice. And that was into the D. So it's, which is, this is the 12th fret of the D string and the 11th fret of the G string, and you kind of do like a little hammer on where, so you hold that D string at 12 the whole time, and you go, and then I'm kind of palm muting. Most of this stuff I've been palm muting, and you kind of keep your hand going. So that's a, and then it goes and do a double stop of the, at the 9th fret of the G and the D string, and then the same thing at this 7th. And then it's 9, 7, 9 on the A string. And then it goes back up here, and then it comes back up. So then it's, so the whole thing is, right? And then now we're into the D chord for the song. So if you're strumming wrong, you'd just be on a D chord. So this is like a John Mayer kind of thing where he's barring, you know, not the top one, but these three. The D, the G, and the B on the 7th fret. And then he's got the 9th on the A. And then you can do like Hendrixy, like, right, which is what we're doing here with the lead. So it's boom, boom, dun, 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 dun. So it's boom, slap, and then so like a little Hendrixy double stop on the A and the D, and then a hammer on the A, and then we're back up here, and then so it'll slide up to the 11th fret on the D string. Right. Back into the G, right? That's where we're at now. Back in the D. And then the chorus is, so we're back into that. Pick up my phone case, staring at the empty space. Why is it empty as my face these days? So we basically have 16, 14 on our two big strings, the D and the G, and then slide that down 2 frets each to 14, 12, and then slide that down to, we've been here before, right, the 12 and the 11th fret. So we've been there as well, right? Pick up my phone case, staring at the empty space. And then it's kind of like the top end of the D major 7. He plays on the live. I don't really hear it. No, it's just kind of like to do something with your hands, staying rhythm. And then he goes into this little walk down, going into the D. So let's see. Back into that thing. Back into that. So for that it was just kind of like the chord structure is the F minor 7, specifically into this E. In the first place, it was E minor 7. The official tab says it's an A in the first place, but when I listen to it, I hear it's more in the first place. But the bass might have an A in it, I don't know. And then it goes into C major 7. And then there's a lead part. And then back into the G. And then back in the D. And then there is a B. The next time he plays that bridge, it's but that's not super important. Those are the big points with this song.